जी, जी, मैं बस ये Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all. Today is 27th June 2025, and this is Dr. Hamad Majid from UMT Sialkot campus. And we have a distinguished guest with us, Dr. Kashif Iqbal from JC University, Lahore. He will deliver a lecture on the information technology and machine learning in science and engineering. Over to you, Kashif Saab. Can you share screen?
Have you?
I have assigned the rights. Sure.
My screen is shared with you. Are you seeing my screen?
जी बस अभी आ जाती है, जरा थोड़ा सा स्लो होता है प्रोसेस।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, चलें देख लेते हैं।
आपने शेयर कर दी?
जी जी मैंने शेयर की हुई है। Where is this? जी हेलो जी
जी आगे जी
जी चलें ठीक है जी। करें जी स्टार्ट बिस्मिल्लाह करके।
जी कैसे साहब स्टार्ट करें जी आप?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Dr. Kashif Iqbal and I have done my PhD in computer science from National College of Business and Administration from Lahore. Today I am here deliver a lecture on artificial intelligence and its applications used in different fields of lives. First of all, I will to clear the thing, what is artificial intelligence? What is AI? What is intelligence? Everybody has know-how about things that are present in our daily life. We have some things that we have some trees, we have some gadgets, chairs, and other things. We have described intelligence in living things like human beings and some cats that have some intelligence behaviors, show intelligence behavior. Intelligence, like in different, if we haven't take some things like we take some living things like rat. Hello, it shows some intelligence how to find some cheese into the mesh. Different mice might follow different paths based on their intelligence. In other words, this problem can be solved in many ways. Like ability to solve problems demonstrate intelligence, and ability to do things like solving some numerical problems or to solve different problem demonstrates intelligence, and ability to plan and schedule, ability to memorize and process information, ability to answer some ambiguous questions, ability to have the capacity for thought and reason, ability to creativity, skills, consciousness, emotions, and insights. Ability to understand and learn, recognize things. These things are the traits of the intelligence which we have incorporated in human beings. If we all these abbreviates we can add into the machines, machine can also perform all these tasks efficiently in like human beings. A machine searches through a mesh and finds the path. Similarly, a machine solves problem like the next number in the sequence. Machine can develop plans, machine diagnoses and prescribe the health problems. Machine can answer the ambiguity questions like human beings, like what is hot and cold and what is the weather conditions. It is also incorporates in machines. Recognize fingerprints. It is also done with the machines, observe and understand, and machine perceives things from the environment. It is done, so many things can be done by the machines. And if we do things computationally, make things intelligent, computational intelligence, then we have to say that the machines are intelligent. If all these points are done with the machines, these are all the things which are going to be at the time humans are doing better. If we add all these daily basis problems and solved by the machines, then we can say machines are behaving intelligently and do things like human beings. Machine behaves as humans, so we can say it is a humanoid, human-like machine, humanoid. Suppose we have different things which can be done with the help of machines. Machine learning and data science. What is machine learning? Field of study that gives computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. This is known as the machine learning. And what is data science? Science of extracting knowledge and insights from data. Like we have some ChatGPTs and different online softwares that are available to solve different type of knowledge base, answer questions, and give the like a human like actor and assist the humans based on their theories on the internet. Because these are the things. Now we have take it some more precise. The major trust in if we if, now we are going to do things how machines can did like human like tasks, and what are the algorithms and what are the technologies that used to make the machine intelligence. Major trust in algorithmic development is the design of algorithm models to solve increasingly complex problems. Enormous success have been achieved through the modeling of biological and natural intelligence, resulting in so-called intelligent systems. These intelligent algorithms include artificial neural networks, evolutionary computing, swarm intelligence, and fuzzy system. These are the four major algorithms that are incorporates in mathematically into the machines, and machines can do things that at the time human being is doing better. If we add all these things into the machine, then we can say machine is doing things betterly. Together with logic, deductive reasoning, expert system, case-based reasoning, and symbolic machine learning, this intelligent algorithm form part of the field of artificial intelligence. Just looking at this wide variety of AI techniques, AI can be seen as a combination of several research disciplines. For example, computer science, philosophy, we have sociology, biology, and psychology. These all different disciplines are added into the machines with the form of algorithms, and then these algorithms do things like reasoning and expert system and logic deduction, and then deductive reasoning. And all these things are done with the help of algorithms that is made on the based on these evolutionary computing algorithms, AI neural networks, and fuzzy systems that are perform then do the things at the time with the machines, and machine can computationally become intelligence with the help of these algorithms. Of these algorithms are already developed in different applications available in different softwares tools. Like MATLAB is a tool that incorporate all these intelligent algorithms implemented in MATLAB. It's a software that is used to implement all these algorithms like artificial neural network, evolutionary computing, swarm intelligence, and fuzzy systems. And these intelligence behaviors can be depicted with the in machines. Now I am going to do things with the help of the machine, how machine do things like human beings is doing at the right time. Suppose I have directly take you to the machine. Like we have a tool that is known as the MATLAB. Okay, I have installed in my system. This is interface. Here we have different available that use different applications that do different types of and machine-like intelligence, like have algorithms, we have image processing and computer vision algorithms, we have test and measurements, we have computational finance algorithms, softwares that do things intelligently at the time. Humans are better than if we do things with the machines, and machine can also behave like the human beings. We have computational biology softwares that are available that perform different types of tasks relevant to the intelligence and so and help the humans. We have code generation softwares tools and code verification tools. These are all the things. These are all the algorithms that are available in MATLAB software to optimize and to solve different daily basis tasks with the help of these algorithms. Now, these algorithms have some mathematical rules and models you must have to follow to solve your problems. So if we have math and stat optimization problems, we have some stats and mathematical tools. We have control system design. We have used decent like NeuroFuzzy software. We have system identification, linear system analyzer, and we have some signal processing like image processing and computer vision softwares that we have image recognition and identifying the images and the objects available into the environment and give some human-like understanding of these all objects of the world. We have image browser, we have image acquisition and training image and video viewer, and we can also describe the videos that are running into the machine, and machine can give you some summary of the video which you are watching by your eyes, and machine can also give you the result accordingly as human understand and give humans the things that received by the humans and can also be perceived by the machines. So I have some tool using to solve like fuzzy like problems. So, like we have ability to answer some ambiguous questions. Okay, and we have some learning problems, like we have some ability to understand, learn, and recognize the object. These two things are done in this software, and I will give you some application of these two abilities that the machine is doing right now. Ability to answer ambiguous questions and ability to learn, like machine learning tasks, machine receive from the environment and take the information and process this information and give some human-like replies of the knowledge that perceived from the environment. And all these things are done with the help of softwares tools which are available in MATLAB. So I am giving you a live example of the fuzzy system and the neural network system. First of all, I will give you some glimpse of the neural network and then start. What is neural network? We have to just like the NN start, a tool startup. Here we have welcome to the neural network start. Here, each of these wizards help you solve a different kind of problem. The last panel of each wizard generates the MATLAB script to solve similar problems. So we have to take the cluster data or some using some pattern recognitions, and we have some we have to take some input, like we have some data sets, we have some information that is available in the form of some data set like Excel sheets data or some database data. We have to take this data and give this data to the machine. A machine, on the base of the data that is available, this is becomes the knowledge, and then from knowledge, the machine gives some queries as your daily basis requirement. Suppose we have some fitting gap. Here, how the neural network works. We have some input data set we give to the machine, and then this machine make this data into some structured format. We have to give some weights to the data cells and some bias and some mathematical functions that is known as some ReLU function or some sigmoid functions, that sigmoid hidden functions that will train the machine and then give some output and in some output layer, and we have to get some results. If the results are not properly organized or not properly optimized, then we have to retrain the machine with the help of our output vision. Now I am to give you some introduction of the neural network. In fitting problem, you want a neural network to map between a data set of numeric inputs and a set of numeric targets. We have some numeric data in some Excel sheets, and then on this numeric data, we have to analyze this data and give some target outputs based on the data we have available. Example of this type of problem includes estimating engine emission levels based on measurements of fuel consumption and speed, or predicting the patient's body fat level based on a body measurement. The neural fitting app will help you select data, create and train a network, and evaluate its performance using mean square error and regression analysis. It means we have data sets of have to train this data on machine, and then machine give you the results according to your requirement and according to your need. Suppose we have this is the model of the neural network, how the neural network works. We have take input, then we have the system automatically make some mathematical models on the make some layers of these models, and also made an output layer, and then we have to get the specific output which we need based on their inputs. Now we have inputs and outputs, and in between we have some black box that do the things that is at the time human is doing with his brain, and can process the data in his brain and then give the things output accordingly. Suppose I have to take some in further selecting the data. So we have some sample data available that is with the machine. We have to load this data the machine, like we have some body fat data like building energy, chemical, engine. Suppose I have to take any one of them. Suppose I take body fat data and import into the system. Okay, we have some inputs and body fat targets. The inputs body fats is a 13 by 255 matrix representing static data 252 samples of 13 elements. We have some 252 samples data that's available of 252 rows. Test body fat target is 1 into 252. We have to check the body fat. And the output is in one column, and the inputs is 13 input variables, and we have 253 rows based on these 13 attributes representing the static data and sample output. Now we have to give some give this data, and we have to make some input layers. In input layers, we have to divide this data into a percentage. 70% is data used for the sampling, 76 sample for training, and 15% is used for validation purpose, and 15% is for the testing purpose. You can also increase or decrease the testing and validation data according to the situation. If your results are not coming out according to your requirements, then you can modify the testing and sample data. The training data is now 75% and 15% validation and testing 10%. You can vary these things. What it mean by training? What is mean by validation? What is testing? These are definitions are written here. You can read it. Now we have the inputs is 13. Now we have making the neural network architecture that would train all these inputs and make some mathematical models, hidden layers and output layer, and give some one output of your data. Now we have to give next. It will start training and give some return to the panel, and it will we have some algorithms that is used to train the network. Now we have given Bayesian neural network regulation and scale conjugate algorithm and Leeuwenberg-Marquardt. So we have taken any one of these algorithms. Later, the algorithms typically requires more memory but less time. Training automatically stops when the generalization stops, improving as indicating by an increase in the mean square error and the validation sample. We have to give the train button and play the training how the data is trained based on the input samples, and we have divided the data in 3 different phases. One is known as training phase, and then testing, and then we have validation. Now we have samples 189 and validation 38 and testing 25. Now this is the mean square error, it's the regression, and this is the graphical representation of the system that recognize the input data and give some sample outputs. This is your screen outputs. These dots are your sampling data, and this is the lines. The central dotted line is the perfect line, and this blue line shows the accuracy of your training, how much accurate the system trained on the data. Now we have in 89% training results, and validation is now is 0.88%. We have validation results. That the dotted line is the perfect line, and the proposed line is the green line that will give you the validation results of your data. And we have this third one, that is the test results, 84%. This is the output. Its output is 0.78 multiplied by target plus 4.5. These are the output mean square errors, how much error is come within the testing of this data. And this is the whole measurements of all the results, how much the system trained based on the data. Now we have give this raw data to the machine, and machine train, make this data recognize and make this and the data structured, and the final result give in the form of the outputs, that is 88% accuracy of all the system, that is take the input data and then process the data and give some results. This is your target. All combination of these. This is one application that is used based on the neural network and how we train the data of we have given data. So we have different types of plots that's available that show different results on the data we have drawn. These are the results. This is histogram with 20 bins. Training is in blue, validation in green, and test is red. This is the error targets minus the output. It is a point. This line shows the error rate. We have different results shown in the form of histogram. One more regression and mean square error. These are the things. This is done with the help of neural network. This is one application of neural network. Now we have to do another application that is known as the fuzzy logic, that do things like the human being, do things like we have to understand the ambiguity questions, how much hot is there, how much is cold, what is the intensity, the weather, and these things like that. We can be done with another tool that is known as fuzzy. We have to try the fuzzy, that's the name of the tool, and just we have to press enter. The application starts in this is the layout of the application of the fuzzy logic designer. In this designer, we have give some inputs, and the fuzzy logical system, this is a mathematical module, is also known as reasoning engine. It will reason the things like the human can reason and give some outputs based on some reasoning. So this is the output screen, this is the input screen. How these things are do, we have to have some add input variables, and we have to give some beamer functions of these variables and some apply some rules, and we have to apply some rules, and then we have to give and check the output based on our input variables and their beamer functions and their understanding. And these are their results in view. We have to give the rules in graphical form and in pictorial form, and some surface rules that is also you give for the outputs of the things that are did with the help of fuzzy logic engine designer. I have to give some example of this. Suppose I have a input, I have take some input, we have add variables, we have take some variables, we have one variable input, then second variable input, and we give some third variable as input. These are 3 input variables. Inputs we have give the things like humans can. I have take some, suppose I have take weather conditions, or I can find some congestion on the road. Okay, for congestion, seeing the on the road, we have to take three parameters that will identify the congestion on the road. So we first of all, I take some road width. I have take some road width. Okay, how much road is your width? This is input, and we have to name it here as input. Okay, I mean, so this is the road width. This will give you the road width. Okay, yeah, this is display here as input, and output. I am just taking an example. Check the congestion on the road and which parameters are the considers to give the congestion on the roads. So when the road width is used, then we have some signals on the road. Okay, how much signals are there? Signals are also stop the give some congestions on the road. I have put the input as signals, and then we have third parameter, and this given as input to measure the congestions on the road and create some congestions on the road, and have road width signals, and I have to take some other input parameters. Say we have, yeah, it's a distance you have to cover. Suppose distance you have to travel. ठीक है, या आपका जो राइड है कितने किलोमीटर की है, कितने दूर आपने जाना है, उसका डिस्टेंस आ जाएगा. डिस्टेंस कवर, one thing is taken like that, and some just I have just taken three parameters, and I have to check the output congestion based on these three inputs. How much congestion is on the road? I have to give some congestion. Congestion. Here we have taken three inputs parameters, and then we have to check the congestions output, how much congestion is on the road. We have some triangles we have given, and this is first triangle, second, third. It depends on the uh, attributes of the roads, and the road width, and the signals strength, and the distance covered to reach towards the target, towards your destination. It will give you the congestion output. Suppose I have to give road width. Okay, I have give this. These are the inputs, and we have to find the congestion on the road. Now I have to take first input variable, and I have to give some member functions out to these variables. Suppose a second window that gives the member functions of the fuzzy information system. The input variable, which element you selected, is give the input to that signals. Suppose we have road width. Now in road width, we have to give three input measurements. We have to say we have the road width is we have single lane road, or we have double lane road, or we have width, like we can measure the width based on the lane वन, lane टू, lane थ्री. ठीक है, इस तरह हम लोग जो है इसको measure कर लेते हैं कि आपकी जो रोड की width कितनी है. तो first of all I give some, and this is road that is have lane वन, या क्या कहते हैं इसको जी, इसकी जो रेंज जो चौड़ाई है रोड की वो कम है. I think we have some road width is narrow, and एक हमने इनपुट पैरामीटर ये दे दिया. और सेकंड जो है, सिमिलरली इनके जो वैल्यूज हैं वो भी आपको साइन करनी पड़ती हैं. I have give 0 and 0 and 0.2 and 0.4 is the first value we have given to the input variable narrow. Now we have second parameter. This is known as we have the road size. Suppose we can say that it is road is average. Average. Then we have average. It is have to give the member functions here. This is second parameter. It's narrow. We will have what is this? This one. And select the second parameter and assign the member function to the second parameter. Second member function is narrow and we say and say it is average, average, and assign some values to this, and we have to overlap the system so that it will give result accurately. I'll replicate from point suppose 3.03 to 0.5 to 0.7. Then we have to make triangle-like things that is used in the fuzzy system, how the fuzzy system works. This one, and enter. This is the second narrow load parameter, and I have to take the third, that is known as narrow average, and I think it's so the load is white. Okay, the third parameter, and it will give you the inputs based on their attributes, and we have to take the first value as 0.6 and give it 0.8, and then we give 0.1, 0.0. This is a triangle we have made on this white and 0, and then we have to take 0.8, and then we have to take 0.99. Yes, okay. This is the model we have made. Input parameter port width. Similarly, we have.
Excuse me, Dr. Kashif, we are running a shortage of time, so please try to conclude. We will invite you again for a detailed session.
राइट जी, ठीक हो गया। ओके जी, ठीक है। बस ये अपना इसमें हम लोग जो है वो फजी इन्फ्रेंस सिस्टम में जो ह्यूमन लाइक जो एम्बिग्यूटी होती है, जैसे कहते हैं वेदर की कंडीशंस कैसी हैं, तो हम यहाँ पे लिख देते हैं नॉर्मल है, एवरेज है, या आप कहते हैं जी सीवियर है। तो इसकी बेस पे फिर जो है सिस्टम जो है वो आपके जो रिक्वायरमेंट्स होती हैं, आउटपुट्स होती हैं, उसके मुताबिक सिस्टम जो है ह्यूमन लाइक रिजल्ट्स दे रहा होता है। तो ये फजी इन्फ्रेंस सिस्टम जो है ये भी मशीन इंटेलिजेंस, ह्यूमन इंटेलिजेंस को जो है मिमिक कर रहा होता है टू द मशीन्स के। मशीन जो है जैसे ह्यूमन की इंटेलिजेंस जो है थिंग्स को परसीव कर रही है, तो मशीन भी इसी तरह जो है अंडरस्टैंड करती है। तो दिस इज द सेकंड एप्लीकेशन ऑफ द computational intelligence. Similarly, we have to apply this and that, and then we have to do some other things. We have to apply some rules that the humans have in their minds, store data, and then from their mind, their data that is stored into their brain, and then from there they conclude the decisions. And machines can also do things like the human beings. So we have some mathematical rules. In here we have to add the rules. This is the parameter. Here we have to apply some rules based on these things, and we have to just add these rules, and the system can work like humanly based on these rules. We have to apply all these rules inside, and then we have to add, and then we have to view the this is the window, the rule, and finally we have to give some view surface graphs. Based on these surface graphs, we have to give the results, 3D results of our inputs and their outputs. We have the signals and road width, and we have to check the congestion value if we change the input variables. If we have some say distance we have to cover, and then the 3D graph is changed according to the rules we have applied. And these are the rules that give the congestions on the road, how much congestion is on the road based on these input parameters that use in our daily life on the roads. जी सर, it's hello.
जी
हेलो जी सर, क्लोजिंग कर दें जी। ओके जी,
बहुत शुक्रिया काशिफ साहब. This is very informative session, and we learned a lot about the MATLAB software, and we will surely invite you again for the complete learning of this software and other machine learning tools. And I would like to thank all the participants from UMT and outside of the UMT, and thank you very much for your participation. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.
thank you sir. Okay, Allah Hafiz.